Hi, I'm Pablo.
My name's Tyrone.
I'm Uniqua.
I'm Tasha.
And my name's Austin.
And we're
your backyard friends, the backyard again. Together in the backyard again. In the place where we belong, or where Papa sing a song, and we'll maybe dance along. We've got the whole wide world in our yard to explore. We always find things we've never seen before. That's why every day we're back for more with your friends, the backyard again.
Hey guys, it's me Pablo, and I'm a soldier in the 4th Division for the Battle of Tinian Island, and I am a U.S. soldier.
And I'm Uniqua. I'm a Japanese soldier. What is your mission as a U.S. soldier?
My mission is to eliminate the 9,000 Japanese troops that defend the island and join Tinian with the other 2 islands, Saipan and Guam, as the base for the 20th Air Force. During World War II, the U.S. uses a strategy called island hopping to defeat Japan. Island hopping is a military strategy employed by the U.S. to gain military bases and secure the many small islands in the Pacific, which is why we need to join Tinian with the other 2 islands.
Whoa, what do you guys wear?
As a soldier in the Battle of Tinian Island, we wear Army field uniforms known as Class C uniforms. We wear khakis and lightweight clothes for the tropical climates.
That is so neat.
You think that's cool? Let me show you a clip from a documentary. Follow me. Whew. This is a documentary called The Battle of Tinian, the Marianas Operations Phase 3.
During the night of 23 July, Jig -1, underwater demolition teams conducted reconnaissance of beaches White 1 and 2, and also the beaches of Tinian Town. Results of the reconnaissance on beaches off Tinian Town were negative. On beaches White 1 and 2, some mines were found on the reef. It was not possible to remove these mines entirely prior to landing. On the morning of Jig Day, 24 July, 1944, the weather was fair. Visibility generally 15 miles, slight sea swell from the northeast, wind south, average 15 knots. The tactical groups arrived in their assigned areas off the beaches at 0600 and immediately began launching LVTs. At the same time, a sweep for mines off White Beaches was begun and completed as scheduled. LSTs Ashland and Belgrove arrived in the area at 0600 and commenced launching LCMs with tanks. Control vessels took their assigned stations. The concentration of explosives in the beach area immediately preceding the landing was very heavy. Supporting the assault waves and firing in the vicinity of the landing beaches were 96 105mm howitzers, 36 155mm howitzers, and 24 155mm guns. 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, and 4 destroyers delivered fire and supported the landing, lying to in assigned stations close to the beaches and the boat lanes. At 0730, because of a delay in formation of initial assault waves, CTF-52 announced a delay at Howe Hour of 10 minutes. New Howe Hour, 0740. The first wave was dispatched at 0717. Subsequent waves were dispatched on time to meet the new Howe Hour. 30 LCIs supported the landing with rocket and 40mm gunfire. Part of the LCIs led the LVT assault waves to the beach. The remaining LCIs moved toward the beaches outside the boat lanes and delivered close support fire on the flanks.
Wow, that was really cool.
I know, right? I'm gonna go to Tinian Island to help the U.S. defeat the Japanese.
Or so he thinks. I'm going to stop the U.S. from winning the Battle of Tinian Island.
Yay, we are finally here. Right now we're on a ship that the U.S. military uses to get to Tinian Island. Am I on my way to the right island?
Yes, you are.
Who are you?
I'm Austin. I'm the captain of this ship. That right there is Tinian Island. Right now we are 2 miles northwest from the Fabius and Hilo Point at beaches 1 and 2. They are the landing runways that are used by the U.S. to land on the beach.
Are we on our way to the landing strip right now?
Yep. come up to the bridge where I steer the ship.
Okay. So how big are these runways?
The runways are 150 yards wide with a usable width of 60 yards and a usable length of 150 yards.
Wow, the runways are really small.
Yeah, I know. That's why the Japanese never thought we could land there. The landing seemed impossible to them. The Japanese expected us to come in on a more extensive beach at Tinian town on the southern half of the island.
So when did the 4th Division first land?
On Jig Day, July 24th, the 4th Division landed and their mission was to take over Mount Lasso and seize the FBL. The 4th Division was supported by a naval bombardment and marine artillery that would fire at the island from Sapien.
What are some of the Japanese tactics?
There are 3 sectors. The mission for the southern sector is to protect Yushi Point, also known as the R Field, 1, and to protect Oskia Bay area. And the southern sector force defends Airfield 2, Tinian Harbor area, and the southern part of the island. Finally, the western sector defends the white beaches, and the tactics that they are using are to have all sectors ready to destroy the enemy at the beach, but also to be ready to move 2/3 of the force elsewhere if needed.
That sounds so interesting. What kind of artillery is used?
The artillery battalion, which is a large body of troops ready for battle, had 12 and 75 mm of guns and 3 batteries. The location of the batteries are Tinian Harbor, Oskia Harbor, and White Beaches area.
And who commands all of this?
Commanding officer of the 50th Infantry Regiment, Colonel Agoda.
Wow, what a long title.
I know, but look, we're here. Follow me to the ship. Hey, so this is White Beach, up on the north side of the mountain. Unfortunately, I have to go back to the boat, but just keep heading south until you reach Tinian town.
Well, that wasn't much help. I don't even know where I am on this place.
He doesn't even know where he's going. This is too easy.
Oops, sorry, I was looking at this map and didn't see where I was going. I'm Tyrone, who are you?
I'm Pablo, a U.S. soldier. I'm trying to get to Tinian town, but I don't know the geography of this place.
Oh, well look at you, look at my map.
Separated by a narrow channel from Saipan, Tinian lies almost directly south of Saipan and north of Guam. During the attack on Saipan, the island of Tinian was closely observed and studied. 1 battalion of Corps artillery had the mission of neutralizing Tinian airfield and destroying located targets. Daily plane strikes and naval gunfire bombardments were executed on Tinian. Frequent photo coverage flights were flown. Valuable intelligence data of Tinian was captured on Saipan. When the capture of Saipan neared its final stage, there was considerable information available pertaining to Tinian and enemy units thereon. About 2 miles northwest of Fabius and Hilo Point are beaches White 1 and 2. They are about 150 yards wide with a usable width of about 60 yards. Usable length about 120 yards. This entire section is fringed by a reef 50 to 100 yards wide and is generally free of surfs. Late observation reports showed that there were no underwater obstacles, with the exception of a few holes and small boulders. While no type of craft can actually be landed on the beach itself, it was believed that LCVPs and LCPIs could land men within 50 yards of the shoreline. Waterproof field vehicles, tanks, and LVTs, it was believed, could be landed on the smooth part of the reef in front of both beaches. Shoreline for 100 yards south of beaches White 1 and 2 consists of rough, rocky cliffs, ranging from 6 to 10 feet in height, and which would be difficult to scale without ladders or cargo nets. The bottom of the cliffs is undercut by the action of the sea, while the face of the cliffs is rough and sharp. There appeared to be only a few breaks in the cliffs, and these breaks would permit men to proceed inland in single file only. All of the arable land on Tinian is cultivated for sugarcane. This amounts to approximately 90% of the total area of the island. Principal towns are Tinian Town, situated on Tinian Harbor, and two small villages around Yushi Point Airfield. A well-developed rectangular road system connects Tinian Town with Yushi Point Airfield. The primary roads are hard-surfaced, being constructed of coral and are approximately 18 feet wide. They roughly circle the island. Secondary dirt roads serving the cane fields lead to the primary roads. Paths and trails probably follow most of the head roads dividing the cane fields. A lighthouse is located on the southwest shore about 1/2 mile south of Tinian Town. A narrow-gauge 30-inch railway connects the airfields with Tinian Town. The two piers at Tinian Harbor can accommodate only small craft. It was apparent from captured operations orders, battle plans, and field interrogations that the enemy had not given serious consideration to the possibility of our landing on the northwest coast, white beaches of the island, and it was clear that our landings there could be achieved with complete tactical surprise. It was believed that the enemy forces and strength, troop dispositions, and planned scheme of maneuver against landings on Tinian on Jig Day was as follows. Northern Sector Force. Its sector embraced the northern tip of the island, the Yushi Point Airfield, known as Airfield 1, and the Osega Bay area. Southern Sector Force. Its sector of defense embraced the area roughly south of Mount Lasso, including Airfield 2, the Tinian Harbor area, and the southern part of the island. Western Sector Force. Its sector embraces the northwestern section of the island and included the white beaches.
That is so cool. What am I waiting for? Let's go win this battle.
I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get to Tinian Town. The U.S. will not win this battle.
We'll be right back on Nick Jr. on CBS.
As recalled by a lady's diary.
The other day I came across an entry that brought back memories. March 1st, 1944, Joe's coming home on furlough. I remember one rub, I couldn't get camels. Maybe he'd bring some. Well, Joe arrived and it was pretty wonderful. Later, I apologized for not having camels. I'd rounded up 5 brands, but no camels. I said, at least you'll have variety. I remember Joe smoking one of those cigarettes. His expression said, I'll take camels any day.
Yes, during the wartime cigarette shortage, people smoked any brand they could get and compared the different brands. Compared them in their T-zones, T for taste, T for throat. And they decided they liked Camels best for cool mildness and rich, full flavor. Result? More people are smoking Camels than ever before. Yes, experience is the best teacher. Try a Camel yourself.
You know, why is this war even being fought?
Hey there, I'm Tasha, a U.S. soldier, and you are?
I'm Pablo, a U.S. soldier, headed to Tinian town, but I'm wondering, why is this war even being fought?
Well, because it's part of a plan the U.S. is using to take over the island and beat the Japanese in World War II. The U.S. is the Allied powers. There are three of us. Great Britain, Soviet Union, and the U.S. Japan is the enemy. The nations allied with Japan are Germany and Italy. They're the Axis-controlled powers. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, our political figure for the U.S., says that soldiers need to defend our country and defeat Japan.
You're right, I need to defend my country.
By the way, Tinian Town is right over there, but I have to go. Good luck.
We are battling this right here, right now.
What? Huh? What?
There's no time for questions. Come at me, bro. Wow, what an adventure!
That was really fun.
I know, our fighting scene that represented the U.S. beating Japan was hilarious. Did you know that after the war, Tinian Island became an important base for further Allied operations in the Pacific Campaign?
And don't forget, camps were built for the 50,000 troops. Tinian Island became one of the busiest airfields of World War II.
Yeah, and within a month, many airfields were built. Eventually, 4 8,500 feet runways were constructed by the Seabees at Northfield on Tinian. Then, 2 similar runways were constructed on the southwest area.
Yup, and 4 1,000-bed hospitals were planned and located in preparation for the invasion of Japan. However, none were actually built because Japan surrendered after the atomic bomb was dropped.
Wow, that was really fun.
Until next time,
bye!
Yeah.
Yay, we are finally here. This sounds like the word.
When you say hey guys, can you be like hey guys?
Alright.
This is you. Hey guys, we're here, right? Like look around, you know? I almost fell into my back pocket, so sorry I couldn't feel it. No, it's good. I mean, I started like interrupting the recording. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I gotta go bye. Do you know that video? It's like Elizabeth. I was in a sweet girl.
Yes, you are.
Who are you?
I'm Austin.
Janey! What I said for the jackpot. I mean like the
You know what?
I mean like put your arms through it.
Yay, we are finally.
Oh my god!
Why?